Hey guys, welcome back to Elevation 44. Today I have a cooking video for you. Well, it's not exactly cooking, but we're whipping up something in the kitchen, something that's incredibly easy, something that is nutritious, something that you're gonna be like, thank you for introducing this to me, because I'm gonna save you money, I'm gonna save you time, and most importantly, your body's gonna get the good stuff it needs. First, I wanna say that once I discovered how to make this hemp milk, my life has just gotten so much easier. I don't have to worry about running out of milk anymore, because as long as I have hemp seeds on hand, I can just make some more milk. That's number one. Number two, this is super fast to make. Less than 5 minutes, only 4 ingredients, okay? And it's nutritious. There are no chemicals in it. There are no shelf stabilizers in it. You know what you're getting. You can use the type of water that you want as your base. You can get protein. And this hemp milk honestly has so many benefits compared to other types of plant-based milks. I used it to make a chai tea latte recently, and it frothed and steamed beautifully, and I was able to use it with the chai tea. It didn't break up, kind of like how almond milk will break up. It will just like look gross and chunky and like coffee and teas and stuff like that. You don't have any of those problems with the hemp milk. It was absolutely delicious, and it's a very, very good source of protein. There are a lot of benefits. I'll leave a link down below if you want to read up more on hemp milk, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about me showing you how to make this so you don't ever have to rely on buying store-bought milk again. Not only that, let's get away from the dairy people. Let's get off of the cow's milk, and let's get into a little bit of more of that plant life that's gonna help stabilize us, keep us healthy, make our vibrations just rise higher. We want to be, we're only as good as what we put in our bodies. If we want to keep our minds just kind of elevating to that next level, if we want to elevate to that next level, we gotta have the good stuff. And hemp milk is the good stuff, I'm telling you. All right, so let me show you how to make it, okay? Again, 4 ingredients, and all you need are some hemp seeds. And I got these hemp seeds from Trader Joe's. They have been shelled, so this is just the hemp hearts that's in the middle. I have 2 dates to sweeten my milk. It calls for sea salt. The recipe calls for sea salt. I have pink Himalayan salt because that's what I like to use. But if you just have regular sea salt, that works as well. And you want some water. Now I also have a 5th optional item, which is some vanilla. You can add vanilla if you like the taste of vanilla in your milks. You can add it. It's completely optional. Some people love it, some people don't. So you decide whether or not you want to add vanilla to your milk. All right, let's get started. Okay, so to start, what I did was, this is the container that I'll be using to store my milk in the fridge. And this milk keeps about 5 days in the fridge. So I don't like to make too much. I'm the only person using it, and I kind of know like what my needs are throughout the week. So this is pretty much going to get me through the next 4 to 5 days. Great. So if you tend to use a little bit more milk, then you want to go with a bigger container. But what you want to do is you want to fill up your container almost to the top. You want to leave a little bit of room, but this will let you know how much liquid you need for your recipe to fill up your container. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the milk in my blender. I'm sorry, the water. We don't have milk yet. I'm going to pour the water in my blender. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to now add my hemp seeds. Now, this bottle keeps about, this was about 32 ounces of water, which is about 4 cups. And so what you want to do is you want to add, if you want your milk to be kind of more on the creamier, thicker side, you want to add about half a cup of hemp seeds to each, to 3 cups of water. So if you have 3 cups of water, you want to do half a cup of hemp seeds to 3 cups of water. If you want it on a little bit more on the thinner side, I would suggest half a cup of hemp seeds to 4 cups of water. And I'll put the recipe in the description below so that you know, kind of the measurements or the ratio that you need to put hemp seeds to water. So I have about 4 cups, and I like my milk a little bit on the creamier, thicker side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add about, let's do the math here. If I've got 4 cups, and I'm gonna add a little bit, I'm about 2/3 of a cup. Actually about 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna do 3/4 of a cup because I think it's gonna give me that creamier consistency I'm looking for, but it's up to you. Play around with the recipe. You can add less hemp seeds to start and then increase the amount of seeds that you add if you wanna make it thicker. And then you can also, if you ever make it too thick, you can also water it down to your liking. So really, you can't go wrong here. Add as many or as little as you'd like. So I'm gonna go with about 3/4 of a cup. And so I'm just gonna add my hemp seeds to my water, just like that. Okay? So now that I've got my hemp seeds in, I'm going to go ahead and throw my dates in. And you wanna pit your dates. You wanna make sure that they're pitted. You wanna get the seed out of the center. And what the dates do is they add a element of sweetness to your hemp milk. That is completely optional as well. If you don't wanna add the dates, if you don't care for the sweetness, skip that step. So then it only becomes a 3-ingredient milk for you. And then I'm just gonna add a dash of sea salt, or in this case, pink Himalayan salt, excuse me. And then I'm gonna do, and I don't measure, like I'm an old school cook. So I'm gonna add some of the vanilla to mine. Completely optional for you, but I just kind of eyeball this. I just kind of do a little, that's it. And now that I have everything in here, I'm going to cover and I'm gonna turn on my blender. So I want to blend this on high for about 2 minutes. So I'm gonna turn it up to the highest setting, and I'm using a Vitamix. So there is a option here to also go up another notch of, so you wanna get it on the highest setting that you can to make sure that it's blended all the way down. And you guys will see how creamy and beautiful that this comes out. Okay, so let's blend. Okay, so my milk is done, and as you can see, it is super creamy. And what I love about this hemp milk is not only is it really nutritious, but it doesn't have a lot of that separation that you find with some of the other milks, and it doesn't need a stabilizer or anything to help it kind of keep with the water. As it sat on the shelf, it stayed pretty creamy. There was like a small thin layer of like separation at the top, and I just gave the bottle a little shake every time I used it, and it was perfect. Like I said, it doesn't separate or break up in your teas or your coffees or anything like that. It was just, it was perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer everything to my bottle. And I like to go ahead and put a strainer on the top, but honestly, you don't even really need one, because you'll see once I have poured everything through the strainer, you're not gonna really see much in the strainer except for froth. Like, this really blends down beautifully if you do it on the highest setting, so you don't have to sit there like straining seeds or straining anything else out of your milk. So here we go. I'm trying to concentrate hard, you guys, so I don't spill it. But if you're using a container with a wider mouth, then it'll be a lot easier. Okay. I kind of want to knock some of this down so I can show you. So if you can see this, there is nothing in here except for just like the froth on the top. There are no seeds, there are nothing in here. So you don't have to even use a strainer, honestly. I just like to use it just to make sure, but you really don't need it. All right, so my milk is in my bottle. I got it all bottled up. As you can see, it is super creamy, and it pretty much stays this way. I really am enjoying hemp milk, and this milk works wonderfly on cereal. It works wonderfully in, you know, coffees and teas and in a variety of things. So, and it's delicious, honestly. Once you get it in the refrigerator and it's cold, it's absolutely refreshing. So it keeps for about 5 days in the refrigerator. And I will take a dry erase marker a lot of the times and just kind of write the date that I made it on top. So that way I know, like, you know, if I don't use it all right away or I don't use it within the 5 days, I know when I made it and I know when it's kind of time to toss it. So that's a little tip for you. If you have a dry erase marker, just kind of go ahead and write the date on the top. So all you have to do is put your milk in the refrigerator and wait for it to get cold. If you can't wait for it to get cold, I have also wanted to use it right away, and I'm just like, okay, I can't wait for it to get cold. So I'll throw some ice cubes in it and let it cool it down some, and then use it right away. So it's really up to you. But again, I just wanted to bring you an alternative, a great plant-based alternative to dairy that you can make so quickly, so affordable, okay? Quick, affordable, and healthy. What more can you want, guys? All right, I will see you guys in the next video, and leave your comments below and let me know how you like the milk. Not only that, if you'd like to see other videos kind of like this, give it a thumbs up, leave me some ideas below. All right, see you guys soon. Peace.